electronics bottles. And it would be fun. I wonder if we'd get the video before it destroyed the vehicle.
Yeah, this is all saved at ISC, so. You'd still have it.
Oh, would it transmit up before it went lights out?
Maybe.
Negative, all right.
As long as Argus doesn't go.
Yeah, can you iris down, please, video? Yeah.
Maybe we should just keep going up a little bit.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Change the scenery a bit.
I think so.
Sure.
Not having any luck here.
Well, it's one way to push myself off a rock, huh?
It's a takeoff assist.
Take off assist, yes. Oh no.
Oh man.
We can stay where we're at for now.
Well, it seems like this point we've tried several times and we're not getting any luck with a, so we, maybe before we land we think one that's for sure loose.
Yeah.
Or fairly obviously loose.
There's a whole pile to your left.
Been burned before. Oh, that one's so tempting though, isn't it?
It is tempting. But
you know the one.
Yeah.
You know the one.
Yeah, the one dead center, pretty much.
I was looking at the one on the left.
I think the sediment fools you. They
Yeah,
just
it
look
does.
like
It's
little
all,
rocks.
It's all
It
sheet
definitely
flow.
does.
Yeah.
Pillowy.
We need like a vacuum cleaner or
I think this
leaf
one
blower.
has some promise.
Yeah.
Right beside the lasers.
I think you got plenty to poke at here.
Need a nice leaf blower. See where all the rock is.
So do you guys show up at arcades with like $2 in quarters and just leave with every stuffed animal?
Those are rigged.
No, I'm horrible at video games.
I was really, I was
like
actually
playing
really good at them.
pinball.
Paintball?
Pinball.
Oh, pinball.
Video
Ooh.
guy that was, or the data engineer, Tim, that was out. We had a extra travel day because there was storms somewhere in the U.S., so we couldn't fly across. So we ended up in San Francisco. We went to a pinball bar and played every machine. It was awesome.
I used to actually be
Because I'm a
really good at
nerd.
those claw games. People would come up to me with $2 and be like, "Can you win me a prize?" The coolest 8-year-old to ever exist.
Stick rock
I'm gonna
fail.
bring Mongo up a little bit so I don't keep landing on him.
Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work. Your shoulder was all the way up.
If you just wrist a little bit to the right.
Wrist right.
Yeah.
Smearing it on the bumper. Let me elbow up a little.
Roger. Yeah.
That big one over there is looking
There you go.
tempting.
All right, stowed on the, it's keeping the drop weight in.
Roger. All right, Rennie, you want to do me a favor?
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Slowly, steadily up. Bad parking job.
You're out of auto XY. I'm going to do a DVL reset.
Go ahead.
Give it a bit more horizontal, just the auto heading's killing you. One's going forward, one's going backwards.
I'm out of auto heading right now.
Oh, are you twisting?
Yeah.
Oh, push forward.
Alright, ready.
Yeah, you had your starboard horizontal was going backwards.
Let's just see who's moved first.
No chance.
I can break them in pieces for you if you want. Apparently.
Oh.
Waha! We got a piece off.
I would not trust that at all to be a good specimen.
A mini rock.
Rock dust.
Probably just crust, right?
Yeah, it's probably just crust. Or it's been so heavily altered that it's no longer its original composition.
Huh.
Just thinking about those peanut butter and jellies they sell with no crust. I wonder if like they sell just the crust.
The Uncrustables that actually have a crust.
It's just crust. And not quite enough peanut butter and jelly, you know, because it didn't get to the edge. It's not very popular. Just dry sandwich.
I think it's seeming a bit futile attempt here, guys.
Yeah.
So for 6.
Sat down 6 times there, have we?
I think we should move a little bit.
Right. I agree.
15 minutes.
You want to do a,
Do a step move? The
yeah.
ship? 30
As
meters?
soon as we start moving, you'll see something you want, but
I'll do 30 meters at the same bearing. Is that all right? 3,
Sure.
3.
Sounds good.
Okay. I think I can call it now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bridge nav. We'd like to step 30 meters, bearing 333. Thank you.
Alright. You can actually rest a little bit now left on Mongo. Once we get out of the view frame.
copy.
Thank you.
Well, you never know. Maybe if, you know, this is like this all the way up to the top, they'll still be looking for rocks by the time we take over for dinner relief.
Yeah.
Save the day.
Are there any ROVs equipped with like a hammer and a chisel for attachments?
Yeah, 7 function manipulator.
There was a developing a jackhammer that we had out on the vehicle a couple years back,
I remember that.
but as soon as it pushes
What could possibly go wrong with that
pushes
idea?
you away from so then you need to develop something to hold you on. So last year we had out on Papahanaumokuakea cruise NASA JPL scientist who's developing a rock gripper. So it's this, I think it had 16 maybe, little 16 arms. So we actually grab it with the craft arm, and I think it was actuated by twisting the, I have to think about that. How we actually there may have been a Tom Thumb or something on it that actuated it, so the jaws would close and they could close on a rock face like this and grab little nooks and crannies. They were just like needles sticking out of each of the 16 arms.
Huh.
So the idea was you get one of those and you have a drill inside of it. You could drill and get a sample that way, a core, or if you grab onto it with that, get another manipulator, and you have something to hold onto. You can pull a little harder, maybe eventually a jackhammer, but it's kind of all these things developing.
Imbari has a rock drill sled.
Yeah.
Yeah, with explosive bolts on it.
Nice.
Nice.
For obvious reasons, if they're drilling into the rock and they
Get stuck.
it
Yeah.
fails, then they can separate it from the vehicle.
Right. Yeah, this one was like they picked up the whole thing, and then you could hold it up, so you could just let go of it if it, for some reason, if it failed, but and still use a manipulator for the rest of the dive without having to reduce. But it did take up a lot of porch space.
Does that center screen look to you?
Like pure fantasy.
It does indeed.
It looks like it's easy
Sure.
to get fingers in there.
Well, we've got the vessel moving now, right?
Yeah.
So I think we should go to the vessel move and then try again.
I think
Yeah.
all
You
of
gotta-
this stuff looks like the rest of the stuff where it's
You have a
tantalizingly close to being
30-meter move in, right, Rennie?
Yeah.
30. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
down
let's do the move and then see what we get.
Man.
there. You're gonna think about that route, aren't you?
Yep.
For the rest of the time.
Until we actually get the sample. We have 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping the next one there's more like we're starting to see now, the square bits with lots of cracks. Maybe that vein to your left, chase it.
Where are you seeing these guys?
My next job is a geotechnical drill.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a big 11-ton monster, but
Y'all see that rock that's up like
it's rock course.
there's like 2 rocks and below it there's another rock. It's like left of center and slightly above center.
This one here?
No, wait, where are you pointing us? This
Oh,
one?
sorry. It's coming into center screen right now.
Yeah, the one that's, yeah, that one. That's kind of by itself.
Yeah.
The ones by the
Yeah.
lasers.
You want me to see that one? Give it a poke?
Yeah, real quick.
We can poke it on the fly if you want.
Yeah, let's poke it on the fly.
As long as the ship's moving, I think. If I ever get comms.
Roger.
You know, they look
Standing
so
by for
attractive from
comms.
a distance, and you get
No
up close
comms.
and you start to have your doubts.
Coming hard.
You know. Yeah, it looked really good from a distance, and now I'm just not sure.
Yeah, it's worth one last try.
Which one are you on about?
The one right below your manips right now. Yeah, a little bit lower.
Nope. Nope.
That was worth a try.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Negator. Okay, off you go.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Sorry.
You're good. You wanna?
I'll just use bubble to tuck him in.
Ah, Roger.
You can keep rock hunting. Futile attempt. If you see one, stop and I'll poke.
Roger.
There it is in bubble.
Okay, cool.
Got a couple minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna find this
We can do it.
rock.
Okay, we're poised to poke on the fly, so.
You wanna iris down there a bit, please? Video?
Oh,
How you doing?
what do we got left on the move? Is he still moving, is he, Rennie?
Just an iris down there, Steve. Thanks. We stopped the move. Argus may have a little bit of swing, but
Roger. Thank you. Some pokables are just passing.
Think so?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, you want to perch there for a heartbeat?
Yeah. Let me just land real quick.
Coming down.
Coming down. Doo-doo.
Nope. Oh. Okay, pushing you off.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, you're good.
being Western with it. I'll just leave that right in the corner of your camera so you know where it is.
Roger.
Okay, off you go.
Coming up.
Western approaches.
Doo-doo-doo.
Do it.
Coming up. Do you want to come up a bit on the winch there?
Yeah, roger. We low? Ooh, there's the one with a
Ooh.
coral on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That looks pretty attached though, huh?
Totally.
Totally. What about that one in the like little crevice there?
Yeah, maybe.
So let me hop you up there real quick.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Hey, Jess, let's give up on looking for rocks in this spot, I think.
Oh, roger.
Thank you.
All right. I'll just push you out there, Mike, and then
Oh, futile rock hunting. Futile rock hunting. It's really not. Coming up. Negative. Oh, there might be, that one might be loose. We've stopped like half a dozen times and we've poked and poked and poked. We just did another vessel move and we were just starting to poke on the fly because we were landing, poking, landing, poking. And yeah, not having any luck. So maybe you will. Other than that, it's the same place you left it. Still got the ground fault. Still got the knob is secure. Yeah. Hey, hey. I haven't been riding the gauges, but I've been strafing them, so. Yeah, they haven't moved. What else? What else? Samples, yeah. Good afternoon all. Thanks for a nice shift and have a great shift.
Mike, yeah, it is.
Can you pull up on Argus a little bit, Kylie?
Yes, I can.
Alright, so they were saying about 0.2 knots on a line up to the top is working for them. Does that sound like it would work for you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Alrighty.
And a bubble over the porch, please.
Mm-hmm.
Bridge nav.
Does that look like a loose rock coming into the center of the
track a
screen?
line
No.
bearing 335
Not
at 0.2 knots.
We say no?
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think any of this is loose.
What about this one right over the lasers now? No.
Probably not. So there's a kind of a sheet flow when it rapidly cools, when it hits the water, it kind of fragments, and
Yeah.
it makes these big fractures that then fill in with sediment, which makes it look loose. But
Right.
what you kind of want to find is like a truncated pill basalt or something where kind of like a large gas bubble maybe popped, and it might be like in that little cavern, something loose, kind of like in the top, slightly right.
Yeah.
That would be our best bet. Still probably no, but we can, if you want to try that.
What about this one the lasers are on now?
Yeah, either that or slightly above it, but still a low chance. We can try it though.
They look more detached the further I am away from them. Is this one worth having a go at?
I
mean, I highly doubt it.
I don't think
All
so.
right.
I think we should just
Yeah, let's just look around a
move
little
on.
more
That's all
towards the
I'm
peak.
telling it.
Roger. Zoom in there, video.
What's strobing on Argus?
My Portex.
Cathode light.
I gotta turn
okay.
it off.
That looks like a black coral. Even though it doesn't appear black, it appears pinkish. The black part of black coral comes from the skeleton underneath.
Hey, come on.
And a bamboo coral skeleton. Ooh, and a big yellow coral.
Hello.
Hello, surprise.
That's big.
Yeah.
Go ahead and zoom in.
What's that spiky thing in the background?
An
Looks
urchin?
like an urchin,
Oh,
yeah.
Tiny urchin.
Could we get any tighter on one of the branches that has the polyps hanging down?
Yep, just come wide for a minute, video. I'll get in closer to that. Pretty far away.
Really interesting. It's like rigid in the middle section, and then the polyp branches sort of droop.
Yeah, it looks like a proper tree.
Yeah,
Weeping willow, maybe?
exactly.
Okay, go on in again.
Crying coral.
There you go.
So it's got a bamboo coral stalk with some tissue peeling off, so I guess it's a bamboo coral. Though there's also a type of coral that grows on top.
The zoanthids.
The zoanthids, yeah. So maybe this is zoanthids on a bamboo coral stalk? I'm not sure.
That's full zoom there.
From this distance, it definitely looks like an octocoral, at least.
It does, yes.
That's all I can say for sure.
We're good on the Zoom whenever you need to move on.
Roger. Come wide, please.
Thank you.
Nice shot.
Chris, can you zoom out on high pack to get waypoint 5?
Sure.
Just for a minute. Thanks. Oh yeah, that's far away.
From the top here, it's going to be about 1,300 meters.
Okay, thank you.
So are we currently at the top of that final peak in this Dragon's Back?
Yes.
So like
before
flat?
we get to the plateau.
Oh, before we
Yeah.
get to the plateau.
Yeah.
Got it. So the third peak in that
Yeah.
schematic.
Could we zoom on the coral in front of us? We've seen several, and I'm hoping to get an ID on it.
Roger, I'll just get in a bit closer. Okay, video.
Do you have any ideas, Al? You've been good at IDing things.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I am not sure, but I can think about it.
We're good on the Zoom. Thank you.
Okay, full wide.
I'm gonna guess Plexidere.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be my best
okay.
guess, Dave.
That's a good
I was
guess,
gonna say that.
Steve.
That's my best guess too.
Just kidding. Steve wrote it in.
Yeah, I see that. Thanks, everyone, for contributing.
I was about to really congratulate Allison and Kevin for that, but I guess not.
I wonder if that comment was for the big yellow coral, the little yellow coral we just zoomed in, or both. Let's find out what Steve says.
I was going to say it first, but I didn't know how to pronounce it.
Big.
Big one. Okay.
Use the bubble for gauges.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's another one of those smaller ones.
Can we zoom on that fluffy pink, maybe Irididae coral? We'll see.
Looks like it from this distance.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, zoom in
Well, is it spiral or is it one of those ones
Oh,
with
it
just the
doesn't-
fluffy end? No,
Doesn't-
it's,
so chrysogorgia?
yeah.
Oh yeah, the really delicate
Yeah.
polyps there.
I like
So
those.
pretty.
And it's got
Hey,
a
shrimp.
shrimp associate.
Seems like there's a stronger current here.
Yeah.
All right, we're good on the Zoom. Thank you.
Okay, full wide.
Now is the little bumpy texture on these rocks, would that be the manganese crust or would that be from cooling?
That would be from the crust.
Got it.
botryoidal texture. That's the name for it.
What is it?
Botryoidal.
Botryoidal. Another fun word.
Yep.
Friend in the middle there.
Want to zoom on it?
Yes, please. Looks
ahead,
like
video.
an enemy, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd say that's an anemone. Well, actually, yeah, that's an anemone. All right, we're good here. Thank you.
Okay, full wide.
as we're cruising around here, would we be good to just quickly say our names? Go around?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, hello to everybody watching on nautiluslive.org. We did have a watch changeover about 10-15 minutes ago. 4 to 8 crew check-in in. My name is Al Leszczynski, and I am your Science Communication Fellow for this watch. And we'll quickly just give you some introductions. Let me pass it to Steve.
My name is Steve Matter. I'm the video engineer on this watch.
Hi, I'm Kylie Pasternak. I am in the Argus seat on this watch.
I'm Michael Hannaford. I'm the Herc pilot on this watch.
Chris Jakes, navigator on 4 to 8s.
Kevin Conrad, marine geologist on this particular watch.
I was waiting for that.
Allison Bundas, watch lead. I'm also on this watch.
Bring it home, Jamie.
Jamie Wagner, data logger. I am on this watch on this cruise, but I have been on other watches.
Oh, traitor.
You're not watch loyal.
No, usually I'm on 12 to 4.
Oh, so you're stepping out on 12 to 4 to visit us.
Yes.
You made an exception for us.
But I'm sure you guys are all happy that I'm here, right?
Yes. Super happy.
Okay, good.
We love our data logger.
If I could Photoshop, it would be all of us standing on the same, like, wristwatch.
Good thing you can't Photoshop. No, I'm just kidding.
Special.
Hey, internet. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so this one is one of the Iridogorgia corals, the pink spiral one in front of us.
Yes, indeed.
And then the other big yellow one is probably another plexurid, like the big one we saw before.
And this group, Iridogorgia, is in the same larger group, Chrysogorgidae, right, as the other one we just saw with the delicate polyps. The larger
Let me
group.
just refresh myself on coral anatomy. Using our handy dandy coral guide.
Golden corals?
Yes, the Chrysogorgidae.
Yes.
Which we can't see
Yes,
the gold.
it is. It is. Confirmed. I wanted to double check.
We got to be accurate.
I told you you were good at this ID and stuff.
Thank you. I think they're my favorite group of corals. But this big yellow one is pretty awesome
Okay,
too.
push in
It
again.
is.
It's interesting how, you know, the polyps seem to still be on the really thick part of the stalk. Or are they not? Yeah, they're still there. And then on the really thin offshoots.
This is some very precise flying on full zoom.
Yeah. It's very impressive. Thank you very much for that.
Beautiful.
Sweat.
It does remind me of a weeping willow, just yellow.
And wet.
Yeah. And really far under the ocean.
Just a couple things, but, you know.
And it's not a plant, it's an animal.
Is that a sea spider?
Ooh.
Oh,
No,
it's a
squat
crab.
lobster.
Squat lobster.
2 squat lobsters.
Sorry, I got excited. I was sorting dive captures before and realized that the other watch got to see a sea spider. And so I've had them on the mind.
Well, look at these beautiful squat lobsters we have to look at.
I love the squat lobsters too.
Okay, full wide.
Thank you so much for
Finish
that.
up the ship. No sweat. It should be on. Can anybody else hear me?
I hear you.
I heard that. My bad.
Forgiven.
Is that a Victorigorgia, the purple one?
Which one do you want more?
Oh, Victor Gorgia, purple.
Whoa.
There's something cool over to the left too.
That looks like a stalk with a bunch of
that's
brittle
cool.
stars.
And a crinoid.
Oh, and a
Oh, wow.
It's
crinoid.
getting colorful.
Yep. Zoom in there. Try and go over and get the other one too.
Beautiful. Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
That is really nice.
That's full zoom.
All right, we're good here if you want to pop over
Yeah,
to another
go
one
wide
before
for a
it's
second.
too late.
From a distance, this one that's to the right, it seems like it's got red and yellow, which wonder if there's zoanthids on that one.
Okay, zoom in.
Ooh, a purple crinoid with white tips. That is cool.
Wow.
Crinoid with a balayage.
What's on the top there?
Kind of going off a different stem.
Trying to get in.
I think it's on the same
That's full zoom.
stalk as the brittle stars.
Well, I mean, it's on the same stalk, but is that a crinoid stalk?
Oh.
Looks
So
like a
it's
I
sponge
don't
stalk.
think so.
Holding on, yeah.
It's like a piece of art.
Yeah, it does.
That's very cool. I've never seen a purple and white crinoid before.
So at least
All right, thank you so much.
All right, come wide.
my observations, there's been a lot more brittle stars on the dead stalks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's usually just like one or a couple when the coral's alive. Is there a reason for that?
That is a good question. I will think about that while I type up a few notes.
It's like another Victoria Gorge there. Oh, quite a few corals. Look at
Have
that.
we,
Whoa! Is that a giant black coral?
It does look like a giant black coral.
what's our Niskin count?
Niskin, good question. We have 0 Niskins. This would be a great place for a Niskin.
Let's do a Niskin.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Zoom on in there.
If the ship's still moving ahead, can we're gonna want to do a Niskin here.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bridge nav. Request we hold position.
And you can sort of see the black skeleton as we zoom in here, which is what gives the black corals their name, black corals. Instead of having a calcium carbonate based skeleton, it's more protein, and so it's this dark skeleton. And the polyps are a bit different as well. They're sort of spread, the tentacles are spread down the stalk with the mouth sort of on the stalk.
Okay, come full wide. Any Niskin is okay?
Yes, none have been taken.
Yeah, good Doppler. And this position is good?
Ideally, we want to be down current from a patch of coral.
Okay. Seems like we are, right?
Yeah, I think so. The Niskins would be. That's good.
Tell me what you need from me, okay?
Yeah, just watch your distance off the hill and let me, I know I'm far back now, but try and get it done here.
No problem.
Can you turn on a porch light?
Sure. Oh my god. Haha.
It's a pretty large crustacean associate as well.
Oh guys, really bad timing. I need to power cycle the computer for the arm.
Okay.
We might have to, if we really want this, we'll have to back the ship up a step.
I can do that.
I'll come back to it. Here, I'm gonna just catch up with Argus. We can come back.
Okay.
Bridge nav. Request a 20-meter step bearing 135.
You want me to hit the power on the craft down here?
Yeah.
Okay. Steven, sorry, let me just reach under. Thank you. Power down, and coming back up.
Looks like possibly 2 different species of the Iridogorgia there. I know when Steve was telling us about this type of coral, species can be determined by the tightness of the spiral.
You're on our way, stepping back.
Roger.
And if you're just joining us on nautiluslive.org, We are hanging out here south of Palmyra Atoll in the Pacific Remote Islands Marine National Monument. We've been coming across quite a few large corals in this area that we're taking a look at. And we're also observing the geology of these areas, possibly trying to find some rock samples to help characterize these peaks on what we're calling Dragon's Back Seamount. And you can send your questions in to that question bar right below the video feed. And we'll do our best to answer it during this dive.
What kind of biological thing is that star with 8 legs?
It is a sea star.
I didn't want to say it because I called the anemone before a urchin, and I was like, oh, Kylie, come on. So I was nervous to call this a sea star, and you guys be like, no, it's, you know, something else.
Video,
you did good.
Zoom in there. Let me wait for Argus to back up.
Ooh, that looks very cool up close.
Yeah. Also looks like some of the tips of its arms have been nipped off.
It's one of these.
By the way, Jamie, I was sorting.
We're
We're
good. Thank you.
Roger that.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Bridge
Okay,
nav.
full wide, please.
Another step, please.
Jamie, I was sorting captures earlier, and I just wanted to say that there's some really nice captures from our dives. So good work snapping away.
Oh, good. Yeah, like for example, that one we just zoomed in on, I got one with all the arms within frame because we have such good pilot flying and video focusing. So yeah, I think that'll be a pretty one.
Yay, team.
Yay, team.
Yay, us.
Yeah, I think it was, I don't know if it was last watch or before that we were talking about, like, it was last watch, what we wanted to see. And then I realized that I don't think I realized what I want to see until someone else sees it. So it's like, I don't know if the other watches do the same thing when they look at, you know, what we see, but it's always when they see something that we didn't.
You're like, that's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Like those weird looking things when we were up in the mess after last watch.
Oh yeah, like right after.
Those
yeah,
I look like isopods.
Isopods.
They were isopods?
They look like it. Look like their backs were buried in the sand.
We think so, but yeah, I'd never seen anything like that other than on the screen in the mess. So yeah, those were very cool. If anyone didn't see, go back 4 hours? 8 hours? I don't know.
Oh wait, no. I guess it would be 4. No.
8.
8.
Okay, go
Can't
back
do math.
8 hours and look for a big pink thing in the sand.
They came across a few of them, so. And we've been seeing a few corals with different colors, and those colors are actually the polyps giving the color to a lot of them. Most of them, their skeletons are either the black corals or the white calcium carbonate skeletons. So the yellow and the purple is coming from those polyps.
Just about steadied up here.
Port rail camera you're looking for.
And we started this dive at about 3,000 meters depth, and now we're right under 2,000 meters.
Yep, we're about 1950 meters right now.
Very nice.
Hey, Kylie, you can come down a bit on Argus now. It's
Sounds
finally
good.
starting to move.
No problem.
Do you guys want a little more? We're about where we're going to be for this move.
Yeah, I'll probably need another one. And then the rest will be the layback, I guess.
Roger that. Bridge nav. Request 20 meter step, bearing 165.
Jamie, do you have any insight into what in the actual polyp material gives the corals their color?
I don't. My best guess would be some kind of proteins, but I don't know for sure. Was there a question like 10 or 15 or 20 minutes ago that I was going to come back to related to coral?
If I remember correctly, it was
Oh.
from the van.
I asked, yeah. That was my question.
Oh, yeah.
I was asking if there was a reason why there were more brittle stars on dead stalks.
Right, okay. I'm spelling plexurid. Okay. So I don't know for sure. It is interesting that when we come across the live ones, it's usually one, and I would imagine that's sort of a territorial thing, where one brittle star or when we see shrimp, one shrimp sort of has its coral or its sponge that it makes its home, and it uses that as a way to get off the seafloor and access food, and has a probably mutualistic relationship with the coral, also helping keep it clean. So in that sense, I would imagine it's one because that's really good territory. But in terms of why there's so many on the dead stalks, it's hard to say. There's less room, if anything, and yet more brittle stars clustered there. So,
but I guess they don't have to put in the work of cleaning if it's a dead stalk.
So I guess
maybe it's more
for
like
some
a rest
reason,
stop.
maybe it's a good place to meet up with buddies or something.
Party stalk.
All right, cool, thank you.
I don't know. That's a very good question, though.
Look at all of these.
Yeah, Mike, this would probably be an okay spot.
Yeah, you just want to pull it here? Or
Yeah.
I think we're almost down to it.
Okay.
I can, whichever, whatever you want.
Yeah, if we're close to it, then might as well keep going.
If I'm looking at the right squiggly line on the nav track, kind of right under us.
I do believe.
Right there, yeah.
And if you take a look at the quad feed, you can...
Okay, it was just down from, or that's it, isn't it?
That's it, yep.
Yeah. All right.
You can see those Niskin bottles, which are the water sample containers that are used.
There.
And we're
Bridge
back
now.
to our giant black coral.
Request we hold position. Thank you.
Waste of time.
Do you know what preset you need?
You need to, yeah, just as long as you can see that port rail cam, it's fine, like it is here. I'll just get you to have a look, let me know when the Niskin goes.
Okay.
Just in the camera, you'll see the.
I meant for pulling the trigger. What?
We use the main camera for that.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I didn't realize they were in good view.
I'll get the iris open up a bit. Number 7.
Sounds good.
You watching it?
Yep.
There we go.
There it goes.
You got it.
Nav, can you drop a target here? That's sample 049.
049.
About to hit the big 5-0.
Maybe it'll happen on our watch.
Maybe.
We'll find out in the next
Alright.
3.5 hours.
Okay. Move
With a
ship
tiny
again.
break for
Roger
dinner.
that.
Yeah.
Bridge now.
And can you turn the torch light off?
Sure.
Request we track a line bearing 330 at 0.2 knots.
Let's find a rock.
That would be a good 5.0 sample.
Yes.
And in terms of reproduction for the corals that we're seeing, corals can reproduce asexually and sexually. So asexually would be when they would bud and create an identical, identical coral. But sexual reproduction involves release of gametes into the water, which sort of all flow through these currents. You know, some of the marine snow, probably a little bit of that. And when the sperm and the egg mix and are fertilized, then that polyp larvae would find a substrate to stick to and start growing.
While we're here, could we zoom on that coral?
Stephen, did you just push in with the lens a minute ago? A minute ago, before we got here, did you push in?
Oh,
Just asking
nope.
if you did.
Just past the
Yeah.
vignette.
Okay. Go ahead and zoom on this. Moving very well. Let's back out for a minute.
We're good. We can keep moving.
I can get it for you. We got lots of time.
Okay.
Fly over there. Okay, go ahead.
Coming in.
Nice.
This one just looked more pink than some of the more orangey ones we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Is it a little bubble gum?
Is it a little bubblegum or a precious coral?
Oh, what's that main difference?
The main difference is the bubblegums have rounder and larger knobs at the base of the polyps, and the